Good evening. Just a little update for you. I know some of you are aware of what's going on with me at the moment. Since Tuesday evening, the situation has worsened somewhat. I got a phone call off the agency yesterday lunchtime, basically telling me that there was a meeting that had been planned without my knowledge, I hasten to add, until yesterday obviously, with the local social services department to discuss care arrangements for me in the foreseeable future. The incident on Tuesday, which I was aware had been, or in my eyes had been sorted by the on-call member of staff, clearly escalated on the Wednesday morning. Now, you won't know this, but I have had really bad experiences with social services in the past, to the extent that although I had a social worker when I had to move into my own home because of a family breakdown a few years ago, my then social worker turned round to me and said, basically, it's not my department, I don't want anything to do with it, and basically left me to it, at which point I quite understandably lost all faith in social services as a whole. So I'm actually quite annoyed that social services have been involved in this issue. I have the assurance of the agency that it's not a termination issue, because if it was, the managing director had come out, and he's not coming out. It's one of the senior managers and a social worker, who I also hasten to add, all I've got at the moment is a first name. She hasn't even spoken to me. Anybody that has had dealings with social services will know that most people like myself have a file 3 foot thick, which probably won't get read between now and tomorrow afternoon. So the first time that I will know anything about this woman is when I let her into my own home, and that in itself doesn't bode well, given that I have very little faith in social services myself, and my mum also doesn't have much faith in them either. I'd just like to thank everybody paying particular attention to our very own Lisa Whittaker, who some of you may know has been a friend of mine for 14-15 years now, and has seen me through some very tricky times, the last of which was 3 years ago, nearly to the day, when I lost my nan to breast cancer. But having said that, she's been supporting me more or less non-stop for the whole 14 years we've known each other. Catherine, of course, who can forget you? I actually met you for the first time I've lost my head. It was last week, wasn't it? Who, quite frankly, was a lifesaver. And I don't know what I'd do without you lot, to be honest with you. Some of you may also be aware that there was a planned trip to Scotland on Tuesday and Wednesday for myself, so I wasn't going to be around. However, due to me seeing sense, and as you're aware, I do a lot of gigs, but I've never attempted something this manic before. I was going to do what effectively would have been 7 gigs in the space of 4 days, and due to a number of circumstances and constraints, a lot of which have been put forward by the agency that are causing me so much grief at the moment, I've decided to not attend the gigs in Glasgow, so I am around if people need me. However, as you can probably tell, I am not in the best place right now, so you'll have to bear with me. I obviously will try my damnedest to support you when I can. That's always been my motto and will remain my drive to carry on, because if I'm honest, the last few days I've needed so much sort of, not so much self-belief, just ways of motivating myself to carry on because of certain external problems that clearly are affecting my mental as well as physical health at the moment. I'm sorry if I'm waffling. It's quite nice to waffle to somebody that isn't a professional, shall we say, because as we all know, professionals are obliged to report what they see as potentially not dangerous as such, but any change in mental state that could affect the daily living of myself, which kind of brings me on to the fact that I am actually considering getting rid of this agency now, whether they terminate or not, because they are causing my mental health to deteriorate quite rapidly. I haven't felt this bad in about 6 months, and I've been bad for about a week now, although a lot of you won't have noticed, because I try and sort of, as a lot of you do as well, try and smile through it and just get on with it. I mean, I was out till 2 a.m. this morning at my regular open mic night, which I will post videos of when I've finished editing them down from last night's gig. So I hope that's given you a little bit of an insight into what's going on. Can I also point out that I don't want this link sharing anywhere else? I know it probably won't be, but I just don't want this posting on so-called public forums. I know we are quite a private little family. Talking of which, some of you may have noticed that recently I was promoted to admin by our lovely Catherine. God knows why she promoted me to admin, because she knows I'm as mad as you lot. Mind you, you've got to be mad to live in this society these days. I'd just like to say a massive thank you for having that faith in me. And again, I'm sorry I haven't been around that much of late, but clearly I've had an awful lot going on, and well, we'll see what tomorrow brings, but yeah, I hope we're all okay. Welcome to the newest members. I do try and keep tabs on the newest members, but a personal welcome from me, and I hope you enjoy your time here, and we provide help and support wherever we can. I would like to remind all new members again, if you haven't done already, can you please post an introduction post on the group to introduce yourself to the existing members, and then we know who you are, why you joined, and what we can do to help you with regard to mental illnesses and things. I will try and keep finding resources when I get 5 minutes. I know a lot of you have said to me that you find our resources quite helpful, so I'll try and keep that going. I know it's been a little bit quiet of late, but I know we all have a life outside of this as well. Me more than most, as you are aware. I'm up till all hours doing various gigs and things with my musician pals, which I hasten to add is my only escapism at the moment. So yes, there will be more ludicrous singing videos from me that will be appearing in the next sort of day or so, although me and Carol are quite busy this weekend. We have both got 3 gigs in the space of 2 days, because as you're aware, I'm a massive Quo fan, and the original 4 members have reformed again, even though they said it was only happening last year. It's happening this year as well. So me and Carol are rocking it out in Manchester at the Manchester Academy 3, which is part of the Manchester University Student Union. £6 on the door, not that I'm advertising it at all, but anybody who fancies coming along, it starts at 1 PM on Saturday afternoon, and it's going to be a good afternoon. And for people with Quo tickets for the evening do at the Apollo, again it's going to be a rocking night, and then we do it all again on the Sunday. So by Monday I am going to be completely smashed. But again, that's my escapism, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it might bring me out a little bit. I'm not holding my breath because, as you are all aware, no doubt, when you are in a state of depression, you see it as a never-ending black hole, and you can't see the end of the tunnel, or that's how I like to describe it. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now because I'm just waffling for the hell of waffling. So I hope you found this insight useful, but as I say, I am around, but please bear with me because things are tricky. I will try and update you as to what happens with the meeting tomorrow, but I will see what happens and see how I feel afterwards, because sometimes it can take me a while to sort of compute what's been going on. Can I also remind you of Mental Health Awareness Week, which is in May, I believe. Now, we as a group were thinking of doing something for that week, but we are aware that everybody deals with different situations in different ways, and we don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. So it might be an idea, again, if we get some kind of discussion going with regard to what everybody is comfortable with. I'm also aware that we've got some members who are in remote areas of the country, shall we say, and who are overseas as well. Now we've actually got international members, which is a good thing. We see ourselves as an open to all group, and we've now got, I think it's 51 members, which is quite astounding, really, because me and Catherine never, certainly Catherine never thought that it would get this big, and it shocked us all, really. Keep promoting us. I promote us occasionally. Hence, I know Catherine promotes us as well. So plaster us all over your newsfeed, please, and we will continue to grow. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now because I need a cup of tea, and I hope to see you all again soon. I'll say ta-ta for now. Bye.